It's fucking Liurnia. It's gonna be some dummy with a fucking dual build. Yeah, I'm not even putting up with this. Yeah, like, once they have fucking arenas, they can go fight there, but I'm done with fucking duelists. If I was making a duel build, I would be doing this, this whole build would be, like, completely rearranged. It's like practicing FADC combos to play Smash. It's like there's a completely different skill set. Even people who would play, like, you know, like regular Smash versus, like, Final Destination, Fox Only No Items, like, even within Smash, those are completely different requirements. Like, the characters that are good vary. Even based on the map, the characters vary. I'm very surprised. And the funny thing is, like, a game this size requires it, pretty much. In the earlier games, it was a very nice thing, and they should have put it in. But, like, it's Fromsoft. It's very difficult to get used to them doing anything that is that much of a user experience improvement for a company that seems to be stuck in, like, the 90s. But on the other hand, I will give them credit for stuff like the fact that they did two things that I think are really good. They didn't do it perfectly, which is a frustration point for me, but most spells have higher base AR than they would have had in, like, Dark Souls 3, and the scaling is not nearly as runaway as it used to be, with, like, all the equipment and shit and all the stats. Your ESB is not so driven by equipment, even though it helps. Is this a fucking duelist idiot again? The other thing is that I have been suggesting that they probably need to have a PvP-specific damage reduction for the longest time. While I think it is possible to get PvP and PvE to have parity, I don't think FromSoft is capable of doing it, and it's so much fucking work to get them perfect. Having two simultaneous damage models working at the same time is probably the only way to do it within the context of, like, a regular Souls game. So they fucking did it. So this version now has the first, well, the second, I should say. Dark Souls 2 says, reduce all the damage you do after defense to 5/6 of what it normally is. So PvP does a teensy bit less damage, but it's global. It's just a multiplier. And this is like individual tuning values and shit. Most of them are set to 0.8 though. Well, the poise ones are set to 1.25 in a lot of cases. The damage is set to 0.8 for all the problem stuff. Ooh. I haven't had a Halid invasion in quite some time. Although it's probably going to be fucking duelists on the bridge. What are we dealing with? It's duelists. It's gankers on the bridge. I think that's going to be a problem that I'm going to have. I'm going to fight fucking duelists and people who want to fight on a flat area that does nothing to do with invasions. If you're fighting more than one person and, like, the levels are different, the stats are different, like, that's not an invasion anymore. If there's no terrain to work with, if there's no enemies that are nearby you can work with, that's just a duel. That's a duel that you start with a handicap. The multiplayer menu, though, I had to go all the way down here, and with this, it's like less work, because otherwise I gotta do this and then go, like, around, and, like, I'm used to going to the inventory for everything, so the multiplayer menu kind of is a waste of space for me. What they should do, realistically, is move inventory up, so it should be inventory, crafting, multiplayer, equipment. I don't know, like, multiplayer is sort of a secondary thing, but it's like, the fact that it's items you want to use, and they want to encourage multiplayer should be higher. Inventory, crafting, multiplayer, equipment, status, messages system. A combination of the value to the player for immediate access, which, why the fuck is equipment in the list first and not not inventory? Why is inventory not, like, at least second? Like, the shit you're gonna, like, your, like, additional shit you want to be able to use, you're less going to want to change equipment on the fly under a reasonable system than you will want to be able to use your consumable items that are not in your regular bar. But because you have the bar, it's like, I guess I can understand equipment, inventory, crafting, multiplayer, something like that. I don't know.